Greetings and welcome to the channel. You are tuned in to the North Node Oracle, and in this reading, we'll be tapping into the energy of Gemini. This reading is for Gemini Sun, Moon, and Rising. Again, I am the North Node Oracle. Sun, Moon, and Rising is great to watch this video. Also, if your North Node is in Gemini, you can also pick up energy from this reading. Again, this is a timeless reading, Gemini. I will see you inside. Gemini, hello there. Welcome. So in our first position here, Gemini, we have the Queen of Cups. In our second position, we have the Queen of Wands. We have the Star, the Four of Cups, and the Six of Pentacles, Gemini. So what you need to know right now, Gemini, is that emotions, okay? Being smart with your emotions. It looks like in the recent past or the present, you were dealt with a situation where you had to learn how to deal with your emotions and step a little bit into your feminine side. Another thing I'm seeing here for you, Gemini, is that the situation that you were in, are in now, or will be in, is also going to summon you to call on the strength of your fiery side as well, which shouldn't be too hard for you because we have Gemini, who is the twins, right, in astrology. So you have no problem with being dual. So what I'm seeing here now is that these are two aspects of yourself, Gemini, the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Wands. These are two aspects of yourself that you are going to need to call on in order to get through a specific situation that will present itself to you. I see that with you using your fiery side and your emotional side here, if you are able to use these two things in tandem properly, this is going to give you a lot of leadway and a lot of movement in an emotional area that you have had questions about. It could be a relationship. It could be a relationship with people at work, but there's something, Gemini, that has happened, that is happening now, or that will be happening, that requires you to call on the traits of the Queen of Cups, call on the traits of the Queen of Wands, and integrate those two together. Because after integration happens, we see ourselves shining here. We see ourselves holding these stars and all of this wisdom, right, on our shoulders, and other people are going to see that. But if you look at this picture closely, you can see that the figure in this card is also pouring back into the ocean, having a clear channel of communication with the universe. And that ties into this Queen of Cups card, Gemini. So whatever you are dealing with, your intuition is on fire. Your intuition is on fire, actually. So whatever you've done to get to this point, it has allowed you to have a more clear intuition. The intuitive response can also have something to do with your creativity. Another thing, if you know anything about the Queen of Wands, is look at this black cat here. It also ties in again to your intuition. So, Gemini, there's something about your intuition. There's something about this inner knowing that you have that is correct. Okay? What you need to be aware of, though, is that you could have been getting hints or intuitive nudges about something specific, and you were pushing those away. You were thinking that it was not your intuition, because I can see that you were probably with this card here with the star, but the image and the depiction is a little different than most cards. I can see that you, like I said, can have your feet in both worlds. You have your intuition happening, right? Because you are definitely connected into that world. And you also have something that's celestial going on as well, where you can communicate, or you have that gift of intuition. Okay? But like I said, there was something that happened where it was telling you, your intuition, your navigational system, okay, your navigational system, which is your intuition, was showing you something, and you pushed it away. Another thing that you need to be aware of, Gemini, is the things that are being revealed to you. Like, you see this cup with the Queen of Cups. She's looking into her cup, almost scrying. For those of you who don't know what scrying is a tool basically used to, it's not see the future, but to pick up on certain things. And some people can scry with a crystal ball. Some people can simply look into a cup of water and they can scry also. After you pushed away or didn't understand what your intuition was telling you, what you need to be aware of is that listening to your intuition is a gift, especially because it seems as if you are connected in some way, connected to some type of, like I said, some type of celestial force. It could be your ancestors. It could be nature. Ooh, I got 2 cards there. But your intuition is definitely a gift, Gemini. And whatever it is that you had a hunch about, you should definitely listen to that. You should definitely listen to it and act. That's why we have the Queen of Wands also. Okay? Another thing that you need to be aware of, Gemini, is that after listening to your intuition, okay, after listening to your intuition and trusting yourself, because I'm getting that maybe the reason that you weren't listening to your intuition before is that you were put into, I'm going to move this just a little bit. You were put into situations that did not invest in you trusting yourself. So what the universe is saying about that is that the time for not trusting yourself, Gemini, is over, because you know exactly what is going on, because you have that connection. You have that connection. You have the intuition. You have the as, so, above, and below. You have that. And at this time, your intuition is a gift. So whatever it is, just think about it before you push it away next time. It could be a great business idea. It could be an idea about somebody else. Okay. Another thing that you need to be aware of, Gemini, and the way that the universe is helping you, is once you step into your power of trusting yourself and listening to yourself, there's going to be a lot of movement. There's going to be a lot of movement in the direction that you're trying to go, because I feel like the gifts also that are to be offered, the gifts that are being offered are for you. Once you listen to your intuition, look at this blue dress, okay? It's like she's connected. Once you listen to your intuition and speak your truth, because she has this blue dress on, I'm going to say it has something to do with the intuition and the throat chakra, you're going to move very fast into the direction that you are trying to go. And it's something that is going to make you very, very happy, Gemini. Spirit's advice is that you trust, again, you trust yourself, and that you are much stronger than you think you are. The things that you have gone through before any of these incidences, or the things that have happened, have prepared you and given you strength. You can also be in a position now as to where you have integrated your lessons, you have integrated your Queen of Cups and your Queen of Wands, and you now are able to handle the fears that you've had before in moving forward, the fears that you've had before in believing in yourself, the fears of you knowing what's best for you, the fear of trusting yourself, Gemini. Another thing I'm seeing here with the Four of Swords is that you want to take all the time that you need, because when we are connecting to our intuition and when we are connecting to ASO, above and below, it could be a little draining. So make sure you get your rest. Make sure you spend time in silence. Make sure you do your meditation, because this is how you're going to keep these two integrated, and it's how you're going to continue to receive those messages of intuition and trust yourself. And the result of you facing your fears, the result of you taking time out for yourself and resting so that you can hear what Spirit is saying to you, is victory. It's victory over being confused, victory over listening to other people's voices over your own voice, Gemini. Okay, let's get a couple more messages here for Gemini. What else do we have for Gemini after we have discussed the integration of water and fire, and we have discussed the integration of listening to our intuition, listening to those messages that we are receiving from our higher self or Spirit, because Spirit wants to give us those gifts, because we are getting those hunches with our intuition. Oh, that just threw itself out there. How Spirit is helping you, Gemini, is after doing this rest, or continuing to know when you need the rest and what's best for you, and walking in victory and being victorious over conquering the fears of looking at who you really are and accepting who you really are. Spirit is helping you by either integrating these two together, making you a whole person. It could also be, Gemini, with the Two of Cups here. It could be that you will be sent a healing relationship. You will be sent something or someone who allows you to give and take, and that'll be a good mirror for what you have learned about yourself. And this could happen really, really quickly, because you've done the work. And if you haven't done the work, it's a good time to do the work, because Gemini, your ships are definitely coming in. You've done all this work on yourself. Something else that I'm seeing, so going back to this card here with the Two of Cups, and with them exchanging cups and their emotions, and we have the caduceus here, that is healing, okay? What else I am seeing here is that in that integration, it looks like this could also be read as you changed your vibration. So you could be attracting something different now, something a little more different than you used to attract. So congratulations, Gemini. Another thing that I'm seeing, after you working hard, now all you have to do is continue with your rest so that you can gather your intuition properly, because your ships are coming in. Whatever those ships may be, like I said, it could be a relationship, it could be a healing relationship, it could be something that's authentic, where you have a very good emotional connection with someone, and it'll be more balanced because you've done the work and you've conquered your fears. Potential outcome of this situation is the devil here. So what I'm seeing here is you've spent all this time integrating and taming your fears, and looking at life differently, and catching up on your rest, right? And working hard. You spent all that time. But what I'm saying here with this potential outcome is, if you do meet someone, Gemini, or if you do get a new project or something that kind of distracts you away from your journey that you are on, into integrating yourselves together, continue to do your routines and your regimens, because what happens sometimes is we meet someone and then they totally throw us off our square in what we're supposed to be doing, and figuring out our mission, because now we want to spend all of our time with them. Now we don't go outside and do our hiking anymore. Now we don't do our meditations anymore, because we're on the phone or we're doing something with this other person. So the potential outcome for this is to definitely don't get distracted and be bound into the old way that you used to think about yourself. Because this person or this opportunity that you are attracting in because of the work that you've done, they will actually find you more attractive if you have your own life. What other messages do we have for Gemini right now? Messages that I'm getting for you, Gemini, is continue to give yourself unconditional love. And again, we have this falling in love, and we have this giving and receiving. So it's definitely in the cards for you, and you just want to stay on your square. I know it's hard, but stay on your square, because maybe you'll attract a person who is on the same journey as you. Even if you do spiritual things together, though, it's still very important for you to have your own personal relationship with yourself and with the universe, or whatever you believe in. Another message that I'm getting is that time for friends is coming up. Moving on, happily single, living in the moment, having fun. So Gemini, time with friends, that's coming up again. But like I'm saying, you can spend time with your friends. Make sure you stay on your spiritual square when you do that. Moving on, moving away from the Gemini that used to listen to other people before listening to themselves. I see fun in the cards. I also, again, I see union, okay? Soul connection. And I keep bringing it up. So we got union on the board. We got Two of Cups on the board. We even have the King of Wands, and the Queen of Wands is under here also. So I do see a union. I do see an integration of self. I do see a new BFF coming in. But the message to you, Gemini, is stay on your square. And what that means is no matter who comes into your life and no matter what relationships you are establishing, always continue to stay in your meditation, stay in your hiking, continue to do those things that you did before this person came in your life. Do not stop, because you're doing, or you will be doing, a great job. Well, Gemini, that is all I have for you in this reading. Actually, you know what? I'm so sorry. Let me pull, I have a bag here that has messages in it. And let's see if we have any more messages. So let's get two. Okay, we have the empowered self. And what's this? I am that. So with the empowered self, look at that. We got that solar plexus. Look at this with the star. We got these stars here. We got all this gold and orange. Again, I say, even though you may have a new partnership coming in, and let's not forget about this. You have a new partnership coming in, but the goal is, though, can you stay on your game while you have someone new in your life? Can you not make them a priority and make yourself a priority? And then it naturally falls in place. Another thing that I'm getting about you, Gemini, is that your mindset, when you are in your meditation, when you are focusing on yourself, when you're doing your manifestations, remember that what you are thinking can be brought to life. Okay? So that is all I have for you for real this time, Gemini. It is always such a pleasure to spend time with you. If you'd like to receive more readings like this in your news feed, don't hesitate to reach out and touch that subscribe button. I will talk to you later, Gemini.